What's up, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. In here today, populating the lighting control panel. So I'm gonna go into a little more detail about what really happens. So, so there's the Crestron lighting panel. There goes James and Tater to get some wood for the rest of the barn project. Talk about that. So what comes in here are your lighting circuits. In a regularly wired home, you would have the lighting circuit goes to a switch box. Instead of going to a switch box, it comes in here to this lighting enclosure. Now, I use the ones that have the breaker panel built into it. You don't have to do that. You can pull your feeds for your modules from a conventional breaker panel. But I like to separate it out. It just makes it easier. Plus, that way if there's something going on, just everything's located right here. So these are the circuits that feed the lighting modules that we'll show in a future video. Now, one thing that's important is in this particular enclosure, there are modules on the right and modules on the left. So to keep your enclosure neat and where you can work on it and it looks nice, and in the future when you need to work on something, you want to plan out in the software where your circuits need to be, right or left, and then you want to match that up so that circuits need to be on the right side, circuits need to be on the left side, which for the most part works out pretty easily when all the circuits are the same. And what I mean by that, when all the circuits are dimmable circuits, LED circuits, that kind of thing. Where you run into where you have to separate and use different modules are, if you're using a magnetic transformer or electronic transformer, a switched load like a switched outlet or an exhaust fan, or you're turning on and off a transformer for, like your exterior, your landscape lighting, anything like that, or your ceiling fans, if you're controlling your ceiling fans with the control system, then you may have to, you have to be careful about that. So like we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 ceiling fans that we're controlling in the house, and we happen to have, we have 6 because there's 2 on the front porch. So we have 6 ceiling fans that we're controlling, and each module will do 4. So in this case, what you would want is, let's say you would want to have all the ceiling fans coming in the same side. That way you could put your 2 ceiling fan modules. Or if you did split it up, in this case, you'd be okay as long as you didn't have, like if you had pulled, let's say, 5 ceiling fans on the right side and 1 on the left side, well, then you'd have to cross that 1 over. That's the type of things you have to think about, where everything's going to end up going so you don't end up with some spaghetti mess when it's all done. And we use D3 software. I'll probably do some screen captures of this since I'm sure this, the refresh rate's different on the computer, so I'm sure it doesn't look right. But this is the can the lighting enclosure, and this shows where the modules are going. And then when you click on one, then it shows you what each circuit is going to control. So I usually have this open and near me while I'm populating the panel. So something needs to move, there's a different spot going to be in a different side or whatever, I can go ahead and adjust that now and get it on the correct side. So that's what I'll be doing, is running these down and putting them into the panel. And then once they're all in the panel, then I will take the Romex off and tie the grounds to the ground strips, terminal blocks. There's 4 of them in this panel. And tie all the grounds together and get that done. And there you go. Keep on rolling. All right, so that's done. Those wires are all cut back, grounds are hooked up, so there's just weights on there. These little strips I've got to put in and connect all the Romex to. That'll be another video after inspection. And that's the panel from the last video. That's done. So all that's left for these is the jumper, the feed between the little jumper, and to change that out to the 4-aught, and we'll be good. All right, all finished up out here for today. Got stuff to do back at the other farm and work and all that fun stuff, but yeah, at least that part's done. We got one more day we're coming out and finish up a little punch list stuff and call for inspection. Old James Brown over here doing the sliding barn doors for the barn. So we're gonna do another little lean-to on this side, so that will end up being attached to something. We're gonna support it for now until we get around to doing that, but come together, those slide and do what it's supposed to do. So there you go. All right, that's it. Hope y'all have a really good day.